Not every truth wants to be revealed. Are you ready to open the file? The chase was over. The Tic Tac shaped object had disappeared from the sight of Navy pilot David Fravor, but the story wasn't over, because when the pilots returned to the aircraft carrier, the radar technicians reviewed all the data, and what they discovered was even stranger. Aboard the USS Nimitz, engineers began analyzing the radar data. They replayed the object's entire flight path. What they saw made the entire control room fall silent. That object had not appeared just once. Radar had detected similar targets for several days before. They appeared at extremely high altitudes, then suddenly dropped close to the ocean surface, and then disappeared. Just a few hours after David Fravor's encounter, another pilot was ordered to take off. His mission was simple: return to the same area and record everything using an infrared camera. The Boeing F/A-18 Super Hornet approached the target. Radar locked onto the object, and the FLIR camera began recording. On the sensor display, a small object appeared. No wings, no visible signs of an engine, yet it was moving incredibly fast. The pilot in the cockpit said over the radio, "Look at that thing. It's moving fast." That video was later released by the United States Department of Defense, and it quickly spread across the world. Analysts later reviewed the data. The object appeared to not be affected by gravity, create no shock waves, show no signs of a propulsion system, yet it could accelerate instantly, stop in midair, and change direction suddenly. Many years later, the pilots began sharing this story publicly, in interviews, in podcasts, and even before the United States Congress. They all said the same thing: this was not an illusion, not a radar error. They saw it with their own eyes. After this incident, hundreds of similar reports began to appear, from military pilots, from radar systems, from satellite sensors. The U.S. government later began referring to these objects as UAP, unidentified aerial phenomena. 20 years have passed. The data still exists. The video still exists. The pilot's testimony still exists. But the question still has no answer. If that object was not an aircraft, not a drone, and didn't belong to any country, then what exactly was flying alongside the fighters of the United States Navy off the coast of California that day? The truth is still hidden.